Hi, it's Twi. Hope you guys are doing phenomenal. Happy Friday. Happy Pokemon Day as well to those of you who are Pokemon enjoyers. And hello again to those of you who are Twi enjoyers that were with me on Twitch like half an hour ago. We are back. I thought today was as good a day as any to bring this back. I recently saw a friend of mine in the community getting into playing the hardest Pokemon hack ever made, which some of you may remember I had quite a stint with like a year ago. And I was like, you know what? It would be kind of fun to revisit it. So we're going to go ahead and play some Run and Bun again as I just kind of reminisce myself through when I was doing a lot more competitive Pokemon stuff, a lot more like challenge runs and stuff like that. And also sort of talking about some of the newer stuff, because there is some very cool stuff coming up for competitive Pokemon and the new generations and everything. The Direct looked fire. It is a bad day to not have money. Normally I pick May, but I misclicked, so I guess I'm being Brendan this time. All right. Also, I like they gave him a Psyduck in this game. I like Psyduck. He's cute. Hello, Sierra. Welcome. All right. Let's arrive. Let me hear the nostalgic music of Little Root Town. I love Pokemon music so much. Pokemon music is so good. You know, I saw on the Pokemon Direct, they had a new, like, merch line. There was sort of like a little MP3 player type thing, almost, that runs on cartridges, like in the same style as Game Boy cartridges. And it just exists as like a little music player that you have a bunch of different Pokemon OSTs on game cartridges that you could load in, which seems extremely extra to me, but it is kind of a cute idea for merch. And it definitely plays into the nostalgia factor of Pokemon, I feel like. Like, I could definitely understand the perfect demographic being interested in that. I don't think the average person would go that far, but it is cool. Let's see. Let's turn up our text speed. Oh, we get different frames. Ooh. This one's got like stars. It looks very like Christmas lights almost. They're all like so loud looking. I think I just like the boring frame. I'm like so muscle memoried into speeding through this part that it feels like so weird to play it in slow mode. But yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff that came on for the Direct today. It was interesting to see. I'm sure I'll be talking about it on and off all stream, but I have to say, even aside from like the mainline game stuff, Pokemon Pokopia looked really good. I was surprised. It looks like it has so much more content than I would have expected. Like, they got like different biomes you're exploring and stuff. It low-key looked like Minecraft. You could do builds and stuff. They have like a very Animal Crossing type system for the actual like hometown. It seems like a really cool blend of like sandbox stuff with like Animal Crossing type stuff. I kind of get a little bit of a Stardew vibe from it with like the different Pokemon sort of adjacent to like the NPCs and the farming aspect of everything. It's interesting, honestly. Okay. Hold on. Let me save because we are sweat, and so we will save the game right here. And if I get a bad starter, we'll just reset and get a better one. Okay, we're gonna be running Turtwig. I was trying some Piplup runs recently, but I miss Turtwig. He's too good, and he's my son. But Pokepia looked really good, honestly. I don't know that I'm gonna get it. I think Pokepia is available on the Switch, though, right? Like the OG one? If it is, definitely a consideration for me. I don't know if I actually would, because I think it's still, like, decently expensive, but the game looked a lot more expansive than I would have guessed, which is cool. There's also, of course, Generation 10 announced, which looks amazing, and I'll talk more later, I'm sure. But I don't have a Switch 2, man. Switch 2 is so expensive. Maybe by late 2027 I'll cave. What am I doing for nicknames? What do I want my naming scheme to be? Most of the time that I do Pokemon Nuzlocke, my naming scheme is just food because I don't have to think about food, right? You can always think of a food to name your guy. In the past, I've done one of my first ever challenge runs was I did a wedlock, which is like a variant of Nuzlocking, where all of your Pokemon are in like little relationships, and they have to do the whole battle as a pair of two, unless they both die, which is kind of messed up, low-key, but I remember I did that in Pokemon Black, and my nickname scheme in that was different types of trees. That was cool. Sometimes I don't really remember that many of what the trees I learned were, but one that I always think of is yew, like Y-E-W. I don't know, it's just a funny word. I also do flowers sometimes, but flowers take more research. Like, I don't know flowers the back of my hand like I know food. I've also done, like, job, occupation, nickname scheme. There's, like, a really famous YouTube video. I think one of the biggest Pokemon challenge running videos ever, of when Emerald Kaizo was beaten by literally Pokemon challenges. I think he goes Peachel now. And he nicknamed all of his Pokemon around like different jobs. So you have like bartender and like nurse and stuff like that. And that's kind of fun. I feel like there's some story behind it. Maybe I'll do jobs, you know, because it's too hard to be really employed. We can give all of our Pokemon the fantasy of having purpose and and necessity and money. Okay, let's see. If I were a Torterra or a Turtwig and I had a job, you can be Lumberjack. Oh, even though he's the one that's like growing tree, though? That doesn't seem right. Maybe he will be gardener. Or farmer? Huh. He will be farmer, I have decided. As a nod to all of the farming games that we were playing last week, will be farmer. Okay, but the real question is farmer a good Turtwig or nah? Let's see. Boink. Neutral nature? I mean, it's good enough. Good enough. I won't bother resetting that. Could be better by a long shot, but that's okay. Also, I apologize for crunchy noises as I speed up the game here. At some point, we'll probably just switch to, like, listening to music. And I will... what's it called? We'll, like, switch to listening to music, and I'll just have the game muted for the most part, except for, like, boss battles. And that way I can fast forward without breaking your ears. But yeah, I mean, Pokevia looks really good. Obviously, Gen 10 looks phenomenal. Pokemon Champions looks pretty good. I'm really surprised to learn that this year's World Championships are going to be on Pokemon Champions. I was expecting, like, they would finish out Worlds 2026 on Scarlet and Violet, and then Champions would be, like, next year's circuit. But they're making the switch pretty soon, which is interesting. It's gonna be really different, probably, because they showed, like, every Mega Evolution, including the new ones from Legends ZA, being in Champions. So it's like, oh snap, you know, the metagame for the World Championships is gonna be wildly different than what they've been playing thus far. So it should be kind of cool to see how that ends up panning out. You know, I still got some friends in the competitive scene for Pokemon. I'm sure I'll be, like, loosely following along to see what they're gonna be dealing with. But I saw as well, of course, they got new stuff for Pokemon Unite. I almost decided to stream Unite today. The Unite pivot is not completely fictional. You know, in some ways, because Unite is against other players, you could argue it's the hardest Pokemon game. And therefore, I could, without changing my title, switch to Pokemon Unite. If I wanted to. If I really wanted to, I could do that. But, I kind of wish that we got cooler additions for Pokemon Day than Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno. Not that I don't like the legendary birds, but they don't feel like that fan favorite, you know what I mean? I feel like they could have done something more exciting. Like, what if they added the new starters into Pokemon Unite immediately? No, that would be crazy. That would be so stupid, but it would be fun. It was like such a jump scare for me waking up this morning, because I completely forgot that today was even supposed to be Pokemon Day. I had no idea until I woke up and my entire Twitter feed was just nothing but Pokemon, talking about the new starters, talking about the new games, and like the graphics being insane. I was like, it's Pokemon Day today? Oh, there's a direct? Oh, you know, like, let me go check this out, like, first thing. And then that inspired me to be unproductive and reschedule my ghost stream to be not doing productivity until later. Okay. So I am hopeful that we will get some good encounters here, because I will be quite sad if I got to do a run with a bunch of stinkers first stream, but I'll do what I gotta do. Let's see. What do you got for me? You know what? Lillipup's a cute guy. That's a guy of all time. Welcome to the team. Boing. Or not. Thank you. Please? Boink. This thing hates me. He hates me so bad. You're doing 1 damage. You're not going to not be on my team. It's a level 2 Lillipup. What? Please? Pretty please? Sir, it's Pokemon Day. Okay. Heard. I don't know. What am I gonna name a Lillipup? That's a good question. What am I gonna do if I don't catch the Lillipup? That's maybe a more important question right now, since apparently he hates me. This is ridiculous. I also am not used to having to, like, wait through this. Like, I'm so used to just mashing through while I'm on fast forward. Dog. Literally dog. This is your 8th Pokeball. You are a level 2 Lillipup on the first route of the game. Can we be for real? Thank you. Okay. Let's see. If I was a Stoutland or a Lillipup, just like a normal guy, happy to be here, I think that Lillipup would be a good greeter. You just sort of stand at the doorway, welcome people into the store. What are we working with? Rash? That's terrible. That is buns. Okay. This is not the worst Lillipup I've ever seen, though. This is maybe usable for something. Maybe. I think we got the right ability as well. I'm pretty sure. So, that's something. Let's see. Let's get our grass type, see if we get... let's buy more Pokeballs first, actually, because that Lillipup did use a lot. Dude, the Pokemart music in Generation 3 is, like, so peppy. It's like a nice little swing to it. Okay, let's see. We got Lotad Fade. Okay, interesting. I like Lotad. He's a fun dude. Okay, well. Lotad. There's a couple angles, but I feel like he's a dancer. Yo, Ludicolo, he's just always doing a little jig. He's just happy. Just happy to be there. Okay, we got Rain Dish plus special attack minus special defense. Okay. This is very average, decent Lotad, sure. I should get my bird first. Are we getting a good bird? Bird check. Ooh! I do like me a Fletchling. That is pretty good. It does matter how good of a Fletchling, but... Let's see. I think that you are going to be dealer. Because I'm either about to be really happy or really sad about the card that I just got dealt. Let's see. Is it a good Fletchling? Neutral nature. 0 attack. 26 speed. Okay. That's not great. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's definitely not the best thing I've ever seen either. Alright. What do we got in the grass here? Growlithe. That's really good. Okay. Okay, sure. I probably shouldn't have Premier Balled this since I just end up trading it later anyway. Oh well. For good luck. For good luck, we get the Premier Ball. So we always are gonna end up trading this guy away for a Hisuian Growlithe. His name is Hamilton. So this guy, or this gal, can be Hamilton Jr. Or, you know, it would have been kind of funny. I could have gone like Nepo Baby or something. Since she's only gonna be on the team hired by our lovely corporation here to be replaced later for having family ties to Mr. Hamilton. But wow, I have to say, that's a pretty stellar, like, just regular Growlithe. Those are some amazing stats. And then we still have to fish at Little Root, because I didn't do that at the start. Interestingly, Lotad is out of the pool now. I would really like to see a Surskit. I could live with a Timpole. I'll be really sad if it's Finneon. Yay! It's Surskit. This is like a very decent, like, start to a run, actually. This is a very respectable starter kit. Thank you. Thank you, Surskit. Very cool. Nice bubbles. Please! I ask you to join our humble corporation. Alright. Surskit, I grant you the humble role of key holder because you hold the key to this run, surviving the early game, opening the store to the masses. Oh, Brave is not good. Okay, it's workable, it's workable. That's fine. Let me go ahead and get like some music for us to put on here. Maybe we can keep with Pokemon music for now. I don't know. Could do like Glitch City Lo-Fi maybe? Yeah, it sounds like a vibe. I haven't listened to that in a long time. Let's put that on. Get some nice chill music on. How's the balance? Oh, that looks okay. Cool. And now I can use my speed up without feeling like I'm just destroying your ears. So that's nice for me. Let's get everybody leveled up. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to have the Pokemon Direct come around, because I've already been kind of thinking about Pokemon again a little bit. I have no plans to play this myself, but as somebody who does like to follow the like difficulty hack stuff in the Pokemon community, I recently saw that Pokemon Platinum Kaizo just got announced very recently, and maybe is gonna be harder than this game, which is currently kind of the undisputed hardest Pokemon game, I would say. I think it's pretty widely agreed. But it'll be interesting to see that sort of shift potentially. Personally, I kind of like this game a lot because it has that like Kaizo level of difficulty without the kind of stupid shenanigans of most Kaizo games where there's just some very like blatantly unfair gimmick to stuff. There are some fights in this game that have like a pretty unfair gimmick to them, but on the whole, you do get a lot of tools, which I think is pretty great. Whereas, you know, I, before this game, spent some time trying Emerald Kaizo. And Emerald Kaizo was some BS, man. Like, even compared to this game and, like, other ridiculously hard games, Emerald Kaizo was, like, it's not the hardest Pokemon game ever, but it is stupid. Like, it's very hard, and it's very stupid in some ways. So I can always appreciate a game that feels more like a good puzzle than like a memorize or like luck-based kind of vibe that you get sometimes with the Kaizo stuff. Go here. Let's go heal. But yeah, I mean, new Pokemon, I have to say, in general, I've been an enjoyer of the 3D graphics since they added the... Ooh! Why did they roll Metal Burst? That's so scary. Don't do that. Okay, maybe I'll stay in for like one more attack, and then we're gonna switch. I've been an enjoyer of the 3D graphics, but honestly, there is a kind of charm to the, like, old school 2D stuff that has kind of stuck with me for a long time. I've been more partial to the kind of older style. But I gotta say, the new games look phenomenal, dude. Like, it is unreal. I think the only thing that I can say as, like, a plus side to them being only on the Switch 2, which in a lot of ways, very hard to financially justify buying a Switch 2, despite how much I love Nintendo. It's just really expensive. Like, it's hard to get enough money for a new console right now, you know? It's not that cheap of a console in a kind of bad economy. But, you know, they heard everybody complaining about the graphics and the performance of the old Pokemon games, and they just went ham on the new ones. It looks gorgeous, dude. Like, the water looks amazing, which is perfect for a coastal region. Like, the Pokemon sprites look beautiful. A lot of people are saying it's going to be Southeast Asia based, which I think is dope. I think that that's, like, very underexplored as, like, a regional area. I've seen some people mention, like, Indonesia. Some people have mentioned the Philippines. I don't think it's revealed yet where the, like, region is specifically based in, but I'm very excited either way. We gotta get another encounter here. Lots of good stuff. Hopefully we get one of the good ones. Let's see. Weedle! Wow! That's... He's crazy. Wait, this run, like, low-key could be a really deep run. This is like an excellent starter kit. I'm getting kind of sauced by this Weedle right now. Chill. Okay. I need a career that takes a while to get into, but it really pays when you do. I'm going with Surgeon because the little, like, drills as well, I feel like could kind of work with that. B-Drill is useful, I guess, a little bit early game, and then it, like, falls off a cliff, and then it comes, like, so back when you get the Mega Evolution. Fury Attack. Don't need that. Alright, Surge. Did that say Brave? Brave is a little unfortunate because Beedrill's whole thing is that with the Mega Evolution, it's like wicked fast, like base 150 speed, but plus attack is really good. The speed IV is really good. That helps offset that a little bit. The attack IV leaves a little to be desired, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Like just the fact that I got a Beedrill. I think the like entirety of this run that makes it interesting so far is I actually got most of the best encounters early game, but most of them are like a little imperfect in some way, which is fine. It'll just be interesting to see how they pan out. Okay, let's start doing some more battles here then. We can go for a bite. We can go here. And get rid of this. Then we'll go into Fletchling or probably Beedrill. And with a bug bite, give me your berry. Yummers. Goodbye. Alright. I have like the entire early game of this game like just memorized at this point. I've played so much. But I feel like there's a lot to look forward to for the Pokemon stuff, honestly. There's just the games look good, man. They look really good. I love the new starters. I think this is the first time in a long time for Pokemon where I don't feel like there's a clear worst starter. There's a starter for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, I think on the whole, I'm really split between what was his name? Brout? Brout and Gekwa. I really like both of them. Like, Brout is just like a very stupid little guy. Like, he's ugly, but in an endearing way. I like him. He kind of reminds me of Rowlet. And I don't know, he just has like a very like silly, like unserious vibe that I like. Gekwa is wide. I like Widehead. Widehead is a very fun trope for me. And I love reptiles too. And just slay as hell, like a super slay starter. And then I think that, what was it, Pombon? Probably like the least calling out to me out of all of them, but I also know there's a demographic that is like nuts for having just like a Pomeranian fire type starter. Like, it's a really good choice. I think they got some like serious bangers in that like starter lineup. It's gonna be really good. Shiny! Don't call him a ROM player. Do call him a run and bun player. Yes, sir. I am revisiting it just for today, for fun. For funsies. Teehee. I wanted to do something Pokemon. I was like, sure. Why not? Run and bun. Let's see. Let's go. Beedrill. And give me your berry. Yum. Dude, Surgeon is locked in. Oh my god. Paralyzed, attracted, it don't matter. Just hit through. Oh god, not the Stomp Attract spam. This fight is so cringe. Oh, stop. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I thought about doing Unite as well. I might pivot Unite later. I know they got an event running. I don't know that I super care about unlocking any of Zapdos, Moltres, or Articuno. I haven't played in a really long time, to be honest. It has been many months since I last played Unite. However, I don't know. Unite's always fun to return to. Let's see, what am I doing for the rival battle? Could definitely leverage B-drill. I mean, B-drill just kind of makes it auto. Like, here, I'll go Cherryberry on this as like a good backup strat, but B-drill makes this fight like significantly easier. Or I don't really need to calc stuff. I kill this, we go here, we eat the berry so that you can't belch anymore. I guess I should have been Pecha Berry on this in case of Poison Touch. Still risking a crit here. Okay, we're fine, take the kill. And then here, I guess, yeah, we are gonna have to do it this way. Because I don't have a safe way to bait what I wanted. Go Flame Wheel. Leech Seed. Ooh, that's annoying. Let's see. That's a problem, isn't it? Oh, maybe I overestimated how good I was sitting here. Let's get the calculator up, actually. In hindsight, let's check the calculator, see if I can save myself from having thrown away a perfectly good start, potentially. If I'm execute, this could be Confusion or it could be Bullet Seed. Confusion crit actually doesn't even kill B-drill, does it? From here, max roll is 26. I got 28. Okay, I'm chilling. Yeah, we just switched B-drill and then it's awesome. Only Confusion into me getting confused is a problem, and they just go for Leech Seed again. Goodbye. Boink. All right. And I learned the other day when I started again that your Pokemon do not die to overworld poison, so I will be ignoring it. Oh yeah, I also went ahead and set up the 7TV emotes for Twitch since you mentioned it earlier. I've been meaning to do that for ages. I just always forgot. But I put some stuff in there, and I set up the chatting overlay so it even appears on stream. On the one hand, I think it's nice as an option for people who like to have the just like the more global emote culture kind of vibe that Twitch has. On the other hand, I think it'll be really funny to see some of my friends who just like type normally end up accidentally like putting something that shows up as an emote on the overlay. Like, I don't know, I have one in there that's just spin. So if anybody types the word spin, then it'll just show up as like a little spinning fish, which is very fun. I do like Speen. Maybe I should have named it Speen instead of Spin. I could go back and change that later if I wanted. I don't need Ember. We got Fletchinder. Here we get Pluck over String Shot, maybe, probably. Yeah, I mean, Twin Needle could be nice in case there's like any Focus Sash mons or something that I can one-shot. Pin Missile is kind of just that, but better, so. Whoa. This song is like loud comparatively. What the heck? I do like Lake Theme, but that was like very rumbly. Ooh. I can also level up, or I can level up Keyholder later. Okay. Let's see. We get to catch some new Pokemon here. Very fun. First is the most important one. We're gonna get a new fighting type, and I hope it's not Galarian Farfetch'd. I feel like nothing is that bad here, except I don't like Galarian Farfetch'd. I'm not a fan. It's not my guy. Timber, always a classic, always good. we do like when it's going down, we be yelling timber. You better move, you better dance. What do I want to name a timber? Because construction worker does not fit. Huh. What could I do, maybe? Is a stonesmith a job? Is that a thing? Oh my hell nah. Stonesmiths is the name of cannabis vapes in Canada? Bruh. Bruh. That is not what I was looking for. Okay. You know what? I guess for now, since timber has wood still, we'll go with carpenter. Carpenter's a nice name. Okay, so we got carpenter. Let's go ahead and go fishing. Let's go fishing. Boink. What do we got in the water? A remoraid. That is... okay, sure. You can be a pirate. Yar har fiddle dee dee. Being a pirate is all 1, 2, 3. Da 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 da. You are a pirate. Classic. And then we get one more encounter up here on 106. What do you got? Choodle. Choodle's really good if it's shell armor. Dude, having 2 shell armor mons, that would be bless. Oh my god. Let's see. What kind of job would we assign? He's like a very stable guy. You know what? I think that he's going to be an accountant. And if you ask me why, I don't know. You wouldn't want him filing your taxes yet, but just wait until he evolves. All right, let's check out our new friends. Careful's pretty good. We got sheer force. Okay, that is solid. Wow, that's very solid. Careful, not so good on you. It's like, that's not bad though. That's not too bad of a remoraid. Strongjaw timid is a bit of a stinker of a choodle. That is not good. Okay. That's a guy of all time. Yeah, all right. Well, you know, can't win them all, can't win any of them. That's okay. I mean, I definitely did get some good encounters so far, but that is going to be pretty expendable, I would have a feeling. All right, cool. Sure. Let's level everybody up. Interesting. I actually don't know if I'm going Masquerain or leveling Fletchender to have Roost for the gym here. I mean, that's not a decision I've got to make for a little while, but just something crossing my mind. quickly just organize my moves. Cool. We can export these guys into my calculator. And now we get to start doing some more battles. Oh, I forgot to check. Is this intimidate? Yes. Okay, so my Stoutland's not too bad then. That's definitely nice to have. Love getting intimidate. That is clutch. We'll go Lombre here. Teeter dance. That's tricky. I'll go here and eat you. I'll go here. Goodbye. All right. Cool. Next battle. Do I have anything that can outspeed and one-shot this Dweble? Not Lombre. Surskit is like damage roll. I can't play that. Oh, this kind of sucks. Wait. So I'm gonna have to let Sticky Web go up, basically. I don't think I have any other counterplay. And that could be tricky because a +1 Munchlax outspeeds my my Timber. So I would have to route this fight in such a way that everything will be fine despite that. I think I lead with Lombre, maybe. Actually, that's kind of awkward too, though, isn't it? Huh. I don't have, like, a great option into this fight, low-key. This is tricky. Huh. That's not good. That's not great at all. Sorry, I'm thinking here. I can actually pull up my calculator if you would like to be on some nerd timing with me real quick. So basically, Sticky Web is a move that will make it so that every time you switch in a Pokemon in the middle of the battle, you get -1 speed applied. So it'll cut your speed to 2/3, I believe. And the tricky gimmick of this fight is that later in the fight, there is a Munchlax, which is relatively slow, but it has a move called Belly Drum. It cuts your HP in half in exchange for maxing your attack, so that is a 4x to your attack stat. And it also has a Salic Berry, which will boost its speed by 1. So this is still very slow, but if you're also -1 speed, suddenly it can start outspeeding stuff, and it does one-shot basically everything in the game at this point. And so a lot of the fight becomes about routing in such a way that you don't allow this to happen. Like, either you have something out on the field that can hit it for at least 25% already, or you switch into something that can hit it for 50% at least, and then just boom it because you're still faster. But that's not going to be a likely option for me, because the best damage I have into this thing on lead is only KOing 44% of the time. And if I, like, miss that for example, they could just kill me. As well as the speed control thing, they could just delete my Sarskit, which I would not appreciate. The kind of tricky thing for me, let me just hide my screen quickly because I don't know what might come up if I Google and people can see. But berry juice in Pokemon activates at half HP, right? How does this item work? Yeah, so when you go under half HP, the berry juice will get consumed. And the tricky thing is, I don't really have an option for a move that does like a little under half and then a little over half on anything that is like consistently enough to pick up a knockout. And so I'm kind of gambling a little bit. I probably just do it with Remoraid. What I'll probably do is I'll go for a Psybeam, and if I get extremely lucky, it could confuse them, and then they hit themselves, and they don't get the sticky web, and then life is easy. But either way, I should then be able to just Water Gun twice and be okay. Bad Rock Blast RNG could kill me. Like 5 hit has a chance to kill. Crit could kill. If Remoraid dies, I could live with that. It's not even a particularly great Remoraid, but yeah. This should bait, I think, Mawile, probably? Actually, wait, no, it'd probably just go Sandygast, right? So we'll go, like, probably Chesto Berry on Grotle. Oh, but Grotle ends up being, like, very slow, which could actually be a problem. Lombre then, since it's like faster. Well, actually Mawile should, no way Grotle might actually scare away Mawile. Lombre wouldn't. So we could go Lombre on the Sandygast. Hopefully this baits Mawile. I'll go Fletchinder on that. And then Fletchinder can deal with the Munchlax at this point. Okay. Okay, I think I have a line that I'm content with, and I mean, it might go badly, but what are you gonna do? All right, give me Remoraid. It is time for you to game. Oh, and I should be Chesto Berry on Dancer. Yes. Also, we can get a Heart Scale and a Dive Ball here. Very cool. Boink. Okay. So I don't... Oh, I already did it wrong. Oh, that's dumb. That was really stupid. Sorry. There's the Sticky Web. You got a tank one-hit Remoraid. Don't... Oh, okay, or crit. That works too. Mawile... Oh, Mawile now. Okay, hold on. Hold on. This is fine, right? Maybe? I'm not truthfully 100% sure it is fine. But I think I can do some stuff that makes it fine here. Let me see what I can do. For starters, we'll go here. Get my 1v1 real quick. Goodbye. Oh, it went Munchlax here. That's good. I wonder why. What? Okay. Go for an Aerial Ace. For simplicity's sake, show me a Belly Drum. Thank you. So he gets +1 speed, but I'm still just faster, and I just kill it. And now the rest of the fight's easy. I'll actually go here, because I don't really care if I go to sleep. Just can't really do much to me. Alright. And we want to delay our encounter in here, so we'll use the Repel. And just quickly make our way through Granite Cave. Yes, sir. I gotta say, it'll be interesting to see Platinum Kaizo get explored, because I feel like the vast majority of the best like Pokemon ROMs that have been made are all off of Pokemon Emerald as a base game. Like, I think it just has something to do with being easier to mod well, but it is like vastly the most popular option. So it'll be kind of cool to see people who are like really good at stuff trying like a different engine. Okay, so this next fight, Fletchender takes this KO. We go Grottle on this, and then probably... I think Choodle's actually a pretty reasonable bring to this fight. And we can replace this with an Oranberry, or this with an Oranberry. Okay. Let's roll. There's a soft sand here we can pick up. Go here, and with a sand tomb. And another one. All right. It's really fun doing a Turtwig run again, because I was trying this game a little bit again recently with Piplup, and it's just like the early game is just not good. Like it takes a long time to sort of be comparable to the other starters. When you get deeper in the game, it has its niches over the other two, but it just doesn't have that good early game, and that makes it a lot harder to use. Okay, let's just lower this thing. Oh, Rock Smash crit. That's scary. Thank you. I'll go here. Hit him with a low kick. Hit him with another low kick. Goodbye. Okay, next fight is a Wingull. What do I lead for a Wingull? What's my idea for this? Could be like a quick attack and then an aerial ace for the kill. And then just the two grass types should have a pretty easy time. Yeah. That should work on paper. Probably. So we go quick attack here. Oh, actually just attacked. That's not what I expected. This should kill. Oh, it lived! Why did you live? Click rain dance or something, please. Oh god, don't crit me, don't crit me, don't crit me. I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. Oh my Jesus. Okay, never punished. No, always punished. There's Pursuit Weasel in the back and I forgot. Oh, I'm the worst player ever. It's so over. Don't click it. I hate you. I hate this game. Yeah. Let's go back to the start, or do we like pivot games entirely? What if I just like changed my mind? What if I just played a different video game? Honestly, like, I'm kind of tired. I got some work that I should probably be doing. I was gonna just do a co-working stream today, but I don't know, it felt kind of boring to do that. I'm just gonna hop for tonight, I think. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm sorry for a lack of streams for the most part this week, but thank you guys for hanging with me anyway. I appreciate you guys. I'm a bounce for tonight. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.